It's your first weekly Back to Basics training challenge. Stick around to find out more. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Kevin Cheff and you're with the Retriever Coach. If you want to learn more about training and handling a retriever, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Let's get to it. The Back to Basics training challenge is about getting you and your dog back to the yard or drill field. These are the places where you work on and polish fundamental skills. Skills that are essential for training at any level. And that statement doesn't just hold true for the dog, but the handler as well. For example, a dog must be willing to be pointed and to go in any direction that the handler chooses. But the handler must also be able to read precisely where the dog is looking at any time. If either one of you is weak at your skills, then you're both likely to fail. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to schedule 5 sessions a week and plan to spend 10 to 15 minutes working on a drill. Think about it. That's only an hour and a half of your time. I'll give you the assignment and the details, and all you have to do is follow through. Are you ready for your first challenge? I can't hear you. All right, your first challenge is the wagon wheel drill. You're going to need to find a place where the grass is mowed pretty short, and I like to use large white bumpers because they're easy for the dog to pick out. A traditional wagon wheel drill involves the handler and dog standing in the center of a circle of equally spaced bumpers. The distance between the handler and the bumpers should be approximately 8 to 12 yards, and the spacing between the bumpers should be about 3 to 6 yards. As the handler and dog improve at the drill, the spacing between the bumpers can be decreased, making for tighter lines. Once you're ready to start the drill, you'll want to focus on the following areas. Number 1, pivoting. The dog should shuffle its front feet sideways towards you or its hindquarters behind you. It should not need to stand up in order to do this. Number 2, communication. You want to make sure that you're consistent. Before you start to line the dog up, say the words, "dead bird." This indicates to the dog that they're about to make a retrieve. Then ask the dog to pivot. Make sure you leave enough room between their feet and yours so they can shuffle sideways and don't have to move forward in order to do so. Once the dog's spinal alignment is correct, then adjust where they're looking. You can tap your leg and say "here" to pull, or inch forward and say "sit" to push. When the dog is looking in the correct direction, I like to put my hand in. This indicates to the dog to get ready, I'm about to send you. When you're ready, say back to send the dog. Number 3, aiming the dog. This is something that a lot of people have difficulty with, and getting better at it takes a lot of practice. But there are some things that you can do to make it easier. Here's a suggestion. Instead of trying to point the dog at the bumper, pick something that's a lot closer to aim at. In other words, draw a line on the ground from the dog's nose to the bumper. Look carefully at that line and find something that's only 1 or 2 yards ahead of the dog on the ground. It could be a twig, a weed, a stone, a piece of straw, anything. You'll have to lean over the dog a little in order to do this correctly. Once you've found an object, this will become your target. It's much easier and quicker to aim the dog at the close target because you won't have to look up again to find the bumper. The target should essentially be in your peripheral vision, making it much easier to know when the dog is looking in the correct direction. The great thing about this trick is you can use it to line up for marks or blinds in the field as well. Alright, focus number 4, building confidence. Confidence is huge in getting a dog to go exactly where you want them to and to go there with purpose. You want to keep things simple and only advance things as quickly as the dog seems comfortable with. Making things too tight too soon can erode confidence and be counterproductive to achieving your goal. Finally, number 5, obedience and delivery. I like to make sure that there isn't any excessive movement. If the dog is getting up and walking around, I will say sit and make a correction. Or if the dog fails to come to heel quickly with the bumper and deliver, I'll say here and make a correction. The last topic I'd like to cover is in regards to correction. Other than the previously mentioned corrections, the only other things I will correct for is a failure to stop and a failure to go. I strongly advise you not to correct for a poor line or the dog accidentally picking up the wrong bumper. Simply start over again, call the dog back, or if necessary, move up and simplify. So there you have it, your first weekly challenge. Here's what I want you to do. Go get your calendar and schedule your first 2 sessions. I'm serious. Don't wait until you're ready or it's the perfect day to do it, because we're almost never ready. Just do it. Get your calendar and mark it down. If you get through your 5 sessions before the next weekly challenge and you want to do more, try the variations to this drill that I've shown in the diagram. There are definitely some advantages to them. I'll leave a link in the description box to the diagram so you don't have to go searching through this video again for it. Thank you for joining me. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. I'll be happy to answer them. If you have any tips or tricks to help us work on precise lining, please share them as well. Happy dog training, everyone.